There's a new workflow interface in HighLevel, and I want to show you what I think is one of the most underrated but best quality of life improvements that comes from switching to the new builder. So if you've built an automation or a workflow inside of the HighLevel platform before, you'd be familiar with a top-down workflow builder. This is now called the standard builder. Up until very recently, this was the only builder. So if you've built on this platform, you've definitely seen this before. But there's an advanced builder. It is a new interface that overlays the same automation engine, so you can, for the most part, convert your other workflows into an advanced workflow that just looks and feels and acts differently. So you might have access to this right now by just toggling from standard to advanced, or you might have to go into your labs settings and turn it on, or ask your agency owner to make this labs item available to you. There is just one thing that annoyed me extensively in this builder that is solved in the new one, and I want to share what that is with you today. So if you're familiar with this top-down builder, you would start by adding a trigger, and maybe you want to add more than one trigger. So one of the triggers might be that an order has been completed, right? So maybe there's an order that's been submitted, and that order is for a particular product. I have a product in here called Course Access 123, but maybe some people get access to this course in a different way. Maybe some people get access by maybe having a form be submitted instead. So maybe there's a secret form somewhere out there, a form for members only or something like that, that unlocks complimentary access. So I also have a trigger called Comp Access to Course 123. And then maybe there's an integration, some other third party that we share access with, and we want to be able to grant the same fulfillment using a different trigger. So maybe we have a tag that just comes in from some kind of automation. I've got trigger in from Zapier, grant course 123. So that's just a third way that we might want to start this workflow. Now, if we want to treat all of these people the same way, we can just click plus here and start to add the actions that we want. Things like, granting the actual access to the products that they've purchased, or assigning a different tag, or adding a note, or creating, enhancing their contact record, or whatever that might be. But what if I want to treat them initially differently based on the trigger that came in? Well, in this case, we have to, even though we have these three boxes, these triggers side by side, they've all automatically gathered into this little gathering spot. So if I don't want to treat them the same way, I have to add an if-else statement, and I have to make that if-else statement separate them back out based on which of those three triggers we use. So maybe I want to welcome people who got paid access one way, and then I want to welcome people who got complimentary access the other way, right? So we have to build this if-else statement. Does it work? Sure, it does. But is it annoying and inconvenient? Absolutely, yes, as well. So they got it from the complimentary form, or they got it from the third way, that created a tag way, right? So now I've got my three triggers, then I've got a sorting mechanism to parse them back out into which of those triggers cause that to happen. And maybe here we're going to do an email that says, thanks for buying the course. And then here we're going to say, congratulations, you have access to the course. And then maybe we're going to converge them back together into into getting the fulfillment. So let's put an email in there, an email in here, and then we want to fulfill. Go and find that fulfillment thing in the middle, but we just want to start, treating them, together again. So we would, branch down here and then have a go-to that brings them back together. But the point is, in order to treat these different triggers slightly differently, especially at the beginning of the automation, I have to sort them back out again. Well, one of my favorite things about the new advanced builder is that you don't need this condition at all. We can actually go straight from these triggers into the thing that we want to have happen next. So I'm going to delete this. It connected them all up to there. We can solve for that in just a second. This is an email. about paid access. So I can just take this one and go straight into this without that condition first. I can take this one, join it right into there without having to sort them in any way. And then I can add, whatever my next action is, like granting, course access or sending a more unified email or, adding another tag to contact to maybe say that they're active inside of this automation. Let's just do that. So that can go here. And I can converge back up into here. I do still need to go to. I'll join back up and add, as many actions as I want to the right of these to have, all people who are receiving this product have a unified experience from this point on. So visually, my brain can see how the contact is moving through this automation much more elegantly than if I have to see them go through that conditional sort right away. And I don't have to do the brain work of creating that conditional sort every single time I want to treat, different triggers in the same workflow a little bit differently. So more to come. I'm sure that there are other really great things that we're going to love about this new advanced workflow builder. But this is one that I noticed had a great impact on me and my building style right away.